a wall. You're right, I'm wrong.
A pint of mac and cheese and a pound of brisket. They have been super unhelpful with the preeclampsia, and like I was never even told that I had gestational hypertension. This is the first thing that I've ever made out of air dry clay. It like squishes my belly. And they said that they do want to induce me around 37 weeks, or at 37 weeks, or just any time in that week. On top of all of that, I shattered my tooth yesterday. We decided to move this convection oven to give us more counter space and make room for a bottle drying rack for our new baby. We moved it to the attic because we don't need it. We already have a microwave, an oven, and an air fryer. The extra counter space is so nice now. This is the cleanest my kitchen has been in so long. Like what? Extra counter space over there now because I moved the plate to over there. And it's just so unconventional. It's a 5-pound bag of rice. So unconventional. I don't have a cabinet to put the broom, mop, and dustpan in, or the step ladder for cooking. This is all for food. Pantry items. I need to organize this now. Lunchbox, Ziploc bags down there. But this is your reminder to go take your phone case off, wash your phone and your phone case, because I feel like a lot of people don't do that for months or years. But that is such a success, having that be the only dishes that I need to do. Like, that's amazing. And then meat for dinner. Jump scare. So this is how my hair turned out. Not what I got. It looks like dark brown, maybe being generous, a medium brown, when it should have been dirty blonde. I honestly have no idea what happened. So we went to Sally's. I woke up yesterday with such an awful migraine. My head hurt so bad, but we checked my blood pressure. My blood pressure was fine, and I just could not get out of bed. So we went to Sally's and we finally went and got hair dye, because I've been needing to dye my hair back to the color of my roots. I took a little clip, which you already seen, but that color, that dirty blonde, like ashy, grayish, dirty blonde, since September. And it's now almost like, it's like mid-January. So we finally went, and I had no idea what to get. So as soon as we walked in, we asked the nice lady there, and she helped me, and she took those hair samples like off and held them up to my root. And since my hair was like a warm yellow with like some orange in it, you could literally see the orange, and I've been living with that for months. She said that if I went straight to an ashy tone, that my hair could go green. And she recommended doing a 6 neutral. She said that my hair was like a level 6, and recommended me do neutral and then do the ashy tone in like whenever, in like 2 months maybe. So I got a 6N neutral dirty blonde is what the package said. And also both tubes said that as well, because after we saw the color and like the color of the hair cream or whatever, the permanent hair dye, when it came out of the tube, I immediately went to check the metal tubes, and they both said the exact same thing, 6N, and it turned out like this. Which I'm not angry. This is a lot better than the yellow orange that I've been dealing with, but it's also nowhere near. This is so much darker than the color of my root. And it's even like a little light up here, and then the rest is just dark. So I don't know what happened. This is definitely not dirty blonde. I hope it ends up lightening up, but I'm just thankful my hair feels really good still. It feels really soft. I know I already like brunette hair. I've had dark brown, black. I love dark brown hair on me, but it's just not what I was wanting. Did not plan on going brunette, but here we are. At least it's still healthy and it's getting longer, but I don't know. I'm just glad my migraine's gone and I don't have to go to the hospital yet. I am past 35 weeks pregnant now and my hair is brunette. I have been waiting months to go back to I bleached my hair months ago, fully and planning on going back to dirty blonde, back to seeing how my natural hair color would look. And now we are just as far away from that. Okay, I am in the bathroom because I need to wash my medicine ball in the bathtub. So I'm gonna go do that now.
This not door.
A wall. You're right. I'm wrong.
It's been a long, stressful day. So he got me barbecue, a basket of fries, a pint of mac and cheese, and a pound of brisket.
What cheese?
And here's the mac and cheese. You want me to open it? Okay. This barbecue brisket sandwich is so good. Yes.
And the cheese is hot.
Buns and cornbread.
Guys, basically Lily is dying right here.
Ignore the trash bags on the couch. Those are our clothes. Our washer kicked the bucket, but we have a new one coming in a few days after not having one for like over a month. So I am over 35 weeks pregnant. You can't really see because it's almost 6 o'clock at night. I can't breathe. I don't even know what I was gonna say. It's literally freezing in here. It's 18 degrees outside and it's freezing. You gotta sit down, baby. You're in a diaper.
It's so cold.
Yeah, it's freezing in our house. Even
Ow,
though
my toes.
we have the heater up to 73. So what day is it? It's Tuesday. Do you know what the date is?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Not yet. It's now dark. It's so hard to film with a toddler. Obviously, that's why my lighting is always so shitty because I'm in the kitchen while I'm cooking. So I'll just like take a second to film, or it's like after he goes to bed. So I think where I left off last was that they have been super unhelpful with the preeclampsia, and like I was never even told that I had gestational hypertension, which is ridiculous with how high my blood pressure is. I've been getting consistent readings of over 140, and that is above usually 90 or over, or like 85 to 90. I've been getting consistent high blood pressure readings at home and at their office. But where I left off, I think the nurse had called and said to go to the hospital if it was 150 over 100, and she had talked to an OB there. But I have never seen that OB before, and I just feel like they were kind of brushing me off, and I just feel horrible every day. So Adam actually messaged on my chart on a day that I had a migraine really bad. He got on there and messaged one of the OBs that I have seen before. It's hard to explain this without saying their names. I'm not going to say the names of my doctors and nurses, but one who I have seen more than the others. And it took her, they're OBGYNs, they're doctors, so they're delivering babies and doing C-sections and stuff. So obviously they're not in the office every day. It took her, I think he messaged her Thursday, so it took her until today to call me. And I honestly wasn't expecting a call back. I thought that that's where it just left off, that I'm kind of on a cliffhanger. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I have preeclampsia or not, or if I'm gonna develop it. Just keep checking my blood pressure. And I got a phone call today off of a random number that I've never seen before, but I answered it because it was my same area code, obviously. And it was the doctor that he had messaged on my chart, probably calling me from home or from her phone number or whatever. She had seen my message and basically just asked like what questions I have, and I said like, do I have preeclampsia or not? Do I have hypertension? Why is my blood pressure so high? And she said that right now my blood work came back good and that I do not have preeclampsia right now, but I absolutely do have gestational hypertension. And she was very blunt with me, which I love. That's what I've wanted this whole time, is someone to just be blunt, tell me how it is, what's going on, what I need to do. And she finally was. She called, and so basically I do not have preeclampsia right now. She said that I have something called gestational hypertension, which we kind of already assumed, but I had not had an actual doctor tell me that I had. She said that I will have it until the end of my pregnancy, and that they don't know if I need to deliver earlier, but at any point in time it can develop into preeclampsia. Let me try to get in the light a little bit more. So basically she said that I should be getting non-stress tests at least twice a week, and to come in today for a non-stress test to make sure everything's okay. But on the phone, she said that she would call the office because she wasn't there and tell them what was going on. And I got a call from them and they said I could come in today for a non-stress test. I ended up having to stay the entire 40 minutes because he was sleepy, I guess, in my belly. He was sleepy even though I had just eaten beforehand. And while I was there, they scheduled up until 40 weeks, 2 a day, like not 2 a day, 2 a week non-stress tests for the baby, and just my appointments up until delivery. So that took a lot longer than it should have. I definitely should have been prescribed a blood pressure cuff. I definitely should have. I feel like the problem is that I see a bunch of OBGYNs. It's not like I see one person, have one person to message. I've seen 3 or 4 OBs. I see nurses. I have to talk to different nurses. And so the message never gets around to who it needs to get to. So I'm kind of just being brushed off by a bunch of different people instead of having one person in direct, like in my direct line of care. So I never know who to message or who to talk to. I'm getting differing opinions from other people.
Mommy, I'm in here.
What?
I'm in here with you.
Yeah, you are. I wish you would have eaten
You
your
said I
brisket.
love it here. I'm here with you.
Oh.
This place is so beautiful.
What,
You're
the living
so
room?
sweet. I also never film about my art projects that I've been doing because I haven't just been like painting canvases. So here's a few like little artsy things that I've been doing recently. So we got a tub of air dry clay, and this is the first thing that I've ever made out of air dry clay. I finally just finished glossing it, and I spent such a long time on it. That little faucet to the bathtub broke off, so it's super glued, and so did the head to one of the rubber duckies. And obviously it's a little girly experience bathtub. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, but there's a cigarette with ash and it's lit, a little wine bottle, and a bong that's also lit. But I just thought it was so cute. It's just like a little art piece or trinket bowl or whatever you want to use it for. And then this is what Adam made, but he wants me to finish it for him. It's supposed to be like a pool floaty, rubber duck pool floaty, but he obviously made it into a ashtray. And he just wants me to fix it up for him. I think there's a little crack right there, and he wants me to paint it for him. So I'll show that when I'm finished with it too. And we also made these little mosaic plaster tiles from an art kit with Ozzy, and it was really fun. It like squishes my belly. So it's Friday now. It's Friday, January 17th, and I just had another appointment and non-stress test. And I didn't know. We were telling them my symptoms. My blood pressure was super high. I guess it could have been higher, but it was 150/90. And we were telling them my symptoms, and she asked me if the doctor had talked to me about induction yet. And I said no. And they said that they do want to induce me around 37 weeks, or at 37 weeks, or just any time in that week. And I'm 36 weeks today. I should have a month left of my pregnancy. And I didn't, obviously, we've done the research. I know that with gestational hypertension, if it's bad, or if you go into preeclampsia or they're worried about that, they'll induce you at 37 weeks. But I hadn't had anyone tell me that yet, so Knowing that there's literally like a week left is really scary. I guess they forgot to do some of the blood tests when I went like a week ago. I only found out I had high blood pressure 2 weeks ago at 34 weeks. That's crazy to think about. But I have to go and get 2 more blood tests and a urine test today. And then Monday, I have to go and get an ultrasound and talk to a doctor after the ultrasound about induction and what their plan is. On top of all of that, I shattered my tooth yesterday on a freaking soft piece of cheese pizza from the gas station, so it was soggy. My tooth shattered and like a third of my tooth is missing vertically up into my gums, but it's the root canal tooth. So I keep thinking about that. I feel so lucky that it is a tooth that I already got a root canal on. I just feel really lucky it's on a tooth that I already got a root canal on, so I don't have to feel the extreme nerve pain, because I know how painful it is to crack your tooth, let alone have an entire chunk of your tooth just be gone. But I don't really feel pain from it besides like around the gum area, because it did crack vertically up into my gums. I'm just so thankful I got a root canal on it already, because oh my god. I really wanted to see what it would feel like to have my water break and to have like a natural labor and start laboring naturally, because I got induced last time at 40 weeks, 5 days. So I still don't get to experience like natural labor and laboring by myself or having my water break. I have to get the forced contractions. But I'm glad that I already know what to expect for an induction. It's just a lot. I don't know. There's a lot been happening. In a 2-week span, now I have to deliver my baby. I'm high risk. My tooth is freaking broken. And my hair is brunette. I'm so glad we're getting a washer today. Our laundry is so piled up. And if we would have a messy, dirty house when I need to get induced, that would just make it so much more stressful. Yeah, they said to go get the blood work today so they can have it back by Monday, and they're gonna do the ultrasound, which again, I did not get. I saw Ozzy for the last time in my belly at 20 weeks, and now I'm 36 weeks getting an ultrasound to check the fluids and make sure that the baby is not having any growth restrictions. Probably to check the blood flow in the umbilical cord. I also have not looked at my tooth yet. I made Adam look at it because I just need to pretend like it's not there. Even though I can feel it with my tongue, I have to chew on one side of my mouth, and there's like a little bit of pain around my gums. If I don't look at it, then it's not there. I can't look at it. I'm gonna have an anxiety attack if I look at my tooth. It's my tooth, like my actual tooth that was in my freaking skull when I was born. It's broken. That's so scary.